Okay, we have a quorum and we're gonna go ahead and start the APR committee meeting and we'll call that to order. And there was no on-site packet, correct? Okay, so moving right along. Any additions or revisions to the agenda? Nope, okay. Any announcements? I don't have any. Anybody else? Okay, so we need to approve the minutes from March 25th of 2025.
Madam President, I move to approve the minutes from the March 25th, 2025 APRN committee meeting as written.
Second?
I second that.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you. Minutes are approved. And then the consent item agenda, the APRN programs approved for licensure.
I apologize, I'm not seeing it right now, but there was only one on it. It was pretty. I'm not sure what I did with it here, but there was only one on it. I could put it in the September one.
Okay. So we need to.
So there wouldn't be anything on the
Okay.
agenda, basically. It's not here. Sorry, Jane.
That's fine. Okay. All right, so we'll move that to September.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, unfinished business. Number one, the prescription monitoring program committee report. Tracy, do you have an update for us?
Well, they canceled the last meeting, so I have no update.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Okay, so they canceled the last meeting, so no update. All righty. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm just making a quick note. Thank you, Tracy. So do we have an update on the CNNMI regulations?
I have a little bit. I did hear back from Susan, my counterpart over at the Board of Healing Arts. I asked for an update and she basically said that they were still waiting on approval from the Board of Nursing for the two that were out there. And my gosh, that's been over years ago, actually. So I asked her, I mean, I'm not even sure I have this file. I asked her to please send me the latest draft, and I would bring it to the APRN committee. So I will make sure I have that in for September. I just heard back from her. But I did also ask the question about when that advisory council committee, whatever you call it, met last, and I didn't get an answer to that. But I don't think they've met for a while. What I will probably do when I get those drafts is to let some of those members know that it's going to be discussed in September. Because the last thing I remember now, again, it's been a few years, there was some concerns that were voiced for us. There you are, hi. So I would want to make sure that they were here maybe to talk about that.
Okay,
Those
so
are the
those last
feedback.
two. Okay,
Yeah. So I guess I think there's just two left. So I will, September.
September. Okay, we will add that to our September agenda. All right, and then KAR 60-9-106 draft revision.
Yeah, that's actually on page 7 in your packet. And this draft came to both CNE and APRN because both committees had requested some changes. The changes, or the change that was requested from the APRN committee is on page 7. They wanted it added so that national APRN certifying bodies, if they approved CNE, that it would automatically be accepted by us. So this was what's in yellow. That was the language, offerings presented by national APRN certifying bodies or those approved by said bodies. That's the language that this committee requested the last time that we put in there. But I just wanted to bring it back and make sure that's what you guys want before I started through the process. The other ones in here that are highlighted in yellow actually came out of C&E.
Okay. Unfortunately, I wasn't at the last meeting, so Amy, does that look like?
Yes.
What everybody had decided on the last meeting?
Because I think this would cover, I'm looking at Kelly. It would cover what you guys wanted, right? Okay.
And
So
should
we were
cover the
aiming
other-
at is,
Okay,
since we require national certification now for APRN, you know, where in the past we did not, but now that we do, this should pick up
cover
a lot of
everybody.
C&E for them, I would think.
Okay.
And for everybody.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah,
We're not always adding a group to it, taking them away. This is more universal.
Universal, okay. All right,
so you guys are ready for me to start it through the approval process in the state?
I don't hear any concerns. Any concerns online? Kenyatta or Tracy?
Not with me.
Okay, all right, perfect. Do you need a motion or do you just need a consensus? Okay, perfect. Then we'll go with that. Yes, thank you very much, Carol. We'll appreciate that, starting that process.
Okay,
Okay, implementation for substitute for Senate Bill 67.
this is actually about the prescriptive authority for the CRNAs that passed this session, and we've got the information in our newsletter that should be coming out anytime. It's on our website. It does become effective when it's published in the statute book, which typically is July 1st.
Okay.
Yeah, so, there still seems to be some confusion out there, but we're trying to clear it up. Some people thought the minute that it passed, that it was effective, and I said, no, that's not what the bill says.
Yeah.
So, we're trying to clarify some of that, but I know that they're waiting patiently for that too.
Yes. Yes, so as of July 1st, that'll be up and ready to go.
And you got a copy of it on page 11 in your book. But it's basically just adding the prescriptive authority, and then they have to register with the DEA. Yeah, controlled substances.
Okay. Any other, anything else that we need to do for that, or that's it?
I don't
Okay,
think
any
so.
questions or concerns? Tracy, Kenyatta? Anybody in the room? Okay. I do not have anything listed for new business. So the agenda for September will be, hopefully Tracy will have the APRN approval for licensure will be in September 2025.
Yeah.
Maybe Tracy will attend the meeting in the meantime with PNP. And then we'll definitely bring back up the CNMI regulations, the 2 drafts, making sure that we're running it through the advisory council, if there's any concerns. And then, other than that, we'll just see if there's anything else that comes up in the meantime. Does that sound pretty complete? Anybody else need to add anything to the agenda for September? Okay, so that concludes our meeting, unless there's something else anybody would like to add on for late minute, but thank you everybody for coming and participating. We greatly appreciate it and making the drive out here. Thank you. And then so that concludes our APR committee meeting.
Now, last time,
Oh.
we had to stop people so that practice could start.
Sorry. That's fine.
So, see?
We're wrapping it up. Okay, well, thank you, everybody.
Thank you for making the trip.
I can detour longer than I
Very long, but I-